All right. So one of the biggest challenges of any content creator, especially for those who are starting, is really how to come up with a good thumbnail. Drive CTA. That's basically not AI slop, or that's just. I mean, it looks good and professional. So, and that was like one of the biggest challenges when I started doing YouTube content December last year, because I started producing content for my fellow Filipinos. So I'm Filipino, and the challenge that I have is I spend hours. I started using Canva. I started using Gemini, Nano Banana. I started, but it's still a long process, and I spent hours, like 1 hour, just to be able to come up with the thumbnail. And the perfectionist in me decides. I mean, it tends to iterate and iterate and do things. I don't know. It's just a waste of time. So this is basically a solution that I designed for myself. Really, like, oh hey, you have to stop wasting hours in doing thumbnails. So why don't you create an app? So this is the app that I created. It's called Less Than a Minute. Technically, it's like literally less than a minute when you do the thumbnail. And then initially when I did this, it was just basically just uploading the transcript. But then the 12 days of Tela happened, and where Grant showed like the API that you can connect it. And I was just thinking, hey, since I use Tela, maybe I could connect the API and maybe can just grab the transcript and then generate a hook for it, and then generate the thumbnail, the image thumbnail for it as well. And that's the burst of less than a minute. So I'll just show you an example of how sucky I am when it comes to thumbnails. So this is initially how it looks like. So screenshot and then just add text. And this is like the new version of it. So it's very easy. You just go to the 1minutethumb.com. You just sign up and you give in 10 credits. And then you just, when you log in, you're brought to the dashboard. So the dashboard is just very simple. It's very straightforward. You just generate you get to well, initially, this is what I always encourage people to do, is like you set up first the settings. So in the settings, you can use your own API key, and then you plug in the Tela TV API key here. So you can save it there as well. And then you upload your brand assets. So since I do content with with my face, I just uploaded my photo, I uploaded my own logo, and I have a style reference. So technically what the AI does is it uses all of these together and puts them all together. So sneakily, you would see like your logo in a mug or in the computer or in your desk, whatever. So it's just like, just to have like, instead of having that big branding on the screen, it's just like there in the scenery as well. So the environment. So it's, let's say you want to generate, let's say, thumbnail. So this is what I did just before I did this video. Yeah. So you can just get started and you can just click on Tele TV and then browse the videos. So when you browse the videos, you can easily browse, let's say, any of these uh, videos that you've done. Let's say I did like Build in Public 11. Let's choose that one. So it basically downloads the transcript, and then you can select what content type you want. So if it's how to, did you know, Build in Public, that's a mistake, versus a new type. So you can use any of the options here, since this is a building public kind of thing, and I'm doing like long form. So let's do, for the demo, let's do both so you can see how it looks like for both. So it will first generate the hook. The hook is very important because it becomes like the title also of your thumbnail. So you can choose different hooks here. So let's say this one, day 11 authentication complete. Let's say that's the one. If you don't like it, you can always regenerate any hook that you like. So that's what I included here. So let's say this one, and then just generate the thumbnail. So since I use my API key, it gives out the API costs as well. So at least, if you're going to be using your own API key, at least you have a knowledge of how much you're spending as well. So this is like the payment model here, or the payment type here is, it's not a subscription. It's only when you use it. For people who wants to bring their own API key, you just pay once, and that's it. You just supply the gas, and you can use this engine. So yeah, so this is basically the how it does it very seamlessly, I would say. So let's wait for it. So there you go. So here's the output of the thumbnail. So it generated two thumbnails, one for short form and one for long form. So this is how it looks like. So, but yeah, so this is just like technically like how easy it is. And then you can just easily click on it and you can easily download the image already, so, and you can use that for your YouTube or for your Instagram or and then you can actually see also all your thumbnails here. So all the thumbnails that you've generated over the past year. As you can see, it's always in my face because it's a face channel. But yeah, so this is how it is, and I'm really thankful for you guys for giving me the opportunity to share the demo my web application called Less Than a Minute Thumbnail Generator. So that's it. Thank you very much, and hope you guys try it out. You have 10 credits actually for free, so you can experiment on it and you can give me feedback as well. I would appreciate any feedback that you guys can give. So see you there. Thank you very much. Bye bye.